Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Maria, going to my 4th year in the health sciences program at the University of Waterloo. First of all, that's crazy, going to my 4th year. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm doing another Notion template because my other one did so well. And who am I not to milk all the views I got on that one. So this one is going to be all about med school stuff and MCAT stuff. So if you don't already know, I'm planning to write the MCAT this summer and applying to medical school this cycle. So I made a Notion template, help organize my thoughts and everything. And side note, you're currently on 2 candles in a jar because my tripod is very loosey-goosey and I'm too lazy to buy a new one. So you're on a makeshift tripod. Anyway, let's get into the Notion template tour. So as you can see here, this is the homepage of the template. Again, all the links will be in the description box, so if you ever want to check it out, duplicate it, steal some stuff, feel free. But yeah, so first of all, you see these really colorful quotes. I think I found them on a website somewhere to, get that mindset and get those goals and, manifesting and like what I would want to do with like a medical degree, Okay, so first we're going to see these pages over here. So there's applications in the MCAT, which I'll get into in a little bit. You have these little 2 toggle like boxes, so one's for notes and motivation. If you have like some notes you want to keep in mind, any other motivating quotes, you can throw it over there. And then there's your resources. So there's the one I have linked in my original Notion template, but the ultimate MCAT free resource compilation. So there's a whole bunch of like free documents, videos, Anki decks, problem sets, exams, etc. Which is very helpful because the MCAT itself is very expensive, and that's a whole video itself of how much applying to med school costs, just application alone. Like applying itself costs money, writing the MCAT costs money and time. So, but yeah. And then there's this guide I have taken some inspiration from May, really cool YouTuber. So there's that, which I took some bits and pieces for my own Notion template. Over here is a study calendar, so you can put like important MCAT related dates and med school application related dates in there, or like some set timelines you want to do, like, oh, you want these letters of references in by X day, just to help me again organize everything. So I left some example like schedule here. So we got ergo, psych, physics, and all that jazz. We could take this for example, nomenclature. So and side note, I use the Kaplan textbooks, hence that's where I'm basing all my schedule off of. Save subject, any materials, it's nothing too fancy. And then we can go into our pages. So we're going to go to the MCAT side first. So we have these 2 things up here. So we have a Kaplan tracker. So again, like I said, I use the Kaplan textbooks 2021 to 2022, I believe. I don't remember. I think that's what I used. But so here I made these little tables with all the chapters and content that you have to review for each thing. And then there's a little table of content. So if you ever want to say like, oh, I read 6 chapters or 6 sections in the first chapter, it gets changed up here in the table of contents, which is pretty cool. It can help you keep yourself on track to see what you have left, what you're working on, etc. And then, so you have a little to do here. Just, if you have any content review stuff you want to catch up on, or, just writing it down on a virtual agenda, to-do list, whatever, whatnot. That did. Oh, that's how I spelled caught up. There we go. So, and then in the equations one, as we know, there are a bunch of equations that you should be familiar with for the MCAT. So I have like some written down for like biochem and physics. Just left those over there. And again, table of contents. And over here is a little timeline for myself if you want to use it, get rid of it, whatever you want to do with it. So here I just have like a month of content review in May. So you have your Sunday, Monday, all days of the week. Saturday is my break and Anki day. I will say I was never on schedule whatsoever. I just play catch up and hope for the best. And currently I'm caught up, which is very surprising. Of course, I was like behind 3 chapters for each section. It was not fun. And then over here is like third-party practice, so your full lengths. I am debating if I want to get UWorld. It costs like 300 plus Canadian. I don't know if I want to. We'll see. Then Angie, it's your best friend. A lot of flashcards, active recall, that fun stuff. And then a month for like actual. You're gonna grind your head off doing like review, doing the AAMC, which is like the people who do the actual MCAT. So they're like, you're doing their official like practice stuff, which is like similar enough to the MCAT where you can get a gist of how well you can score on the day, on test day. And then again, there's the same calendar, which is just synced from first page. And then, what's it called? Alright, now I am back. I have gotten rid of that stuff, but, so here you have your full lengths. If you ever, take full lengths, you can write it down. Over here is mistakes with practice questions. So if you're ever doing like practice and you check your answers and there are like some questions wrong, you can always like write it down and see like, oh, I got this XYZ wrong, and why is that? Again, with the calendar, you can always move stuff around. If you're like, oh, one day you didn't do this specific topic, then you can just move it around. Alright, so that's like the MCAT portion of it. Okay. So next we're going to move on to the application stuff. So, again, this entire thing's focused on Ontario medical schools. So I have, McMaster, Ottawa, Queens, Toronto, and Schulich, or Western. I just have coursework they may need, GPA requirements, the MCAT, yes or no. Additional requirements like CASPER or like any essays, like UFT has essays, and they have your autobiographical sketch, which all of them require, references, interview style, etc. So, and of course, if you're like working on, I don't know, something related to the application, for example, you can always click on to the actual page itself and write it down. Over here you have your application status, so you can be like, I don't know, you can write down, you need your letters of reference, and then you can just always move it around if you need it, And then we can move on to our ABS, our ABS. So I just took this from the OMSAS, or the Ontario Medical School. I forgot the rest of the name of it. I'll put it up here somewhere. It's like that, again, actual people who do your application stuff. Like for high school, we have OUAC, we have OMSAS, or if I'm getting the acronym all wrong, from Ontario Medical Schools. So I just like took the blurb from there, what to include, how to write it, and whatnot. So under your ABS, you have your employment, volunteer stuff, extracurricular, awards and accomplishments, and research. So I've just made these tables to help organize your thoughts, because I just started doing this during like April. Like I just had the realization for most of my things I have no hours written down, so I sort of needed to figure out how much did I do, because I know like how much months you spent, but hours itself is, I think, trickier if you didn't start recording those. So again, I just have examples. So you have your employment, your title, responsibilities, education level. So from like 16 to onwards, you can always add more, take stuff off. Is it your academic or summer? Is part-time, full-time, number of years, etc. You have volunteering, same thing. Location, verifiers. Then we have extracurriculars, awards and accomplishments. So I just left some examples if you guys want to see how it would look like. Yeah, so obviously this will start getting more busy once it is application season. So I believe the apps open up in July, if I remember correctly. So yeah, there'll be a lot more videos about that, and me falling apart trying to do all these applications. Shout out to McDonald's coffee. cheap and it's great. And yeah, that's all I have for the application part. Again, one thing, these like requirements or whatever could be wrong. So of course do your own Googling, because this is what I got, but again, they could not be fully correct. So heed a word of caution. But yeah, so for me myself, I plan on applying to everything but Ottawa, because for Ottawa they only let you have one pass-fail course in like your 3 years that you've, studied. And for me, I did two pass-fail courses in the COVID semester. So I wouldn't be able to apply. So I could apply to Ottawa if I apply in my 4th year. But I'm doing everything else for, like, I'm doing McMaster, UFT, Queens, and Western. And yeah, that's my plan. And again, of course, I will definitely be updating. I just think it's really helpful because like I realize a lot of like pre-med, I guess, people who want to do medical school on YouTube, most of them are American, and of course some things can help, writing essays and like MCAT's all universal in that, but Ontario has its own breed of nonsense when it comes to medical schools. So many people applying and not enough seats. Again, that's another topic itself. We need more doctors, but there's not enough funding for residency, so we're not gonna get more seats. It's a whole thing, but that's that for the video. It's not too long, which I hope people enjoy. Again, all links will be in my bio, or not bio. That's for Instagram. Links will be in my description box. If you ever want to use it, augment it, use one thing, delete the rest, I do not care. As long as it helps you in like one way, I am glad. Alright, so that is the Notion template tour. Again, thank you so much for watching. I did film another vlog, but it was such a flop. I did nothing. It was not fun. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just film this video and upload it. But yeah, if you have any questions, send them in the comments. I'm happy to answer. Any questions, I don't know, about health sci at Waterloo, again, happy to answer. As a health ambassador, I am very willing to answer questions about the faculty and program. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next vlog.